There we go. Test, test, test. Okay, that's working. All right, that's working. But anyways, not sure why my virtual mic isn't working. Let me just check again here. That's good over there. It's been a minute. I've been on the road, so guess it's normal something doesn't work. Just gonna check the my virtual mic again. One sec here. Today, I guess that's all fine. Cool. Well, welcome back, peeps. It's been a minute. Like I said, I've been on the road quite a bit. Uh, it's November already. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I just got back from GitHub Universe last week, and what else I got going on before that? Yeah, all things open, and then just a bunch of things. And I'm actually heading to KubeCon next week, so excited for that too. Hey, Jeff, thanks for popping in, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I haven't been streaming as much on my own stream, mainly because I've been traveling. It's not really ideal to live stream on the road because typically I want to have like my main monitor and then like my laptop, and I could technically do it with my iPad, I guess, but then I'm at the mercy of like hotel Wi-Fi. I could bring my good mic, so that would be okay. Lighting might be a little suspect, but and also I'm looking at myself on the screen here. I desperately need a haircut. Definitely hitting Lion King territory again. So yeah, so what are we doing today? Well, yeah, I guess just kind of recap of a few things, but GitHub Universe was pretty amazing, not gonna lie. It's pretty cool. GitHub flew me down and handled accommodations and stuff. It's a perk of being a GitHub star, which I didn't realize that was the case, but that was pretty cool. Um, got to hang with a bunch of folks that one I haven't seen in a bit, others I have seen in a bit, but it was just really great event, really well done. So like hats off to the whole team that organized that. All Things Open was pretty awesome too. Like got to see Roxy, one of the Torque ambassadors. We got Jeff in the chat here, who's the Torque ambassador as well. Got to see just a bunch of other friends too, and gave a couple talks. They went pretty well. Is my first talk on Kubernetes, which so I was a little. I mean, I get nervous before all my talks, whether people realize that or not. But this was my first time talking about Kubernetes, like as like because I'm still fairly new to it. So like I definitely gave a disclaimer. I am not an expert, but I was talking about zero trust security, which is what we do over at Pomerium. So we're an identity aware proxy. So I was kind of tying that into because we secure Kubernetes workloads too. So the talk revolved around that and like securing the Kubernetes API and like kubectl, but went really well. Asked for feedback from some people, and it's just kind of funny because like I did like, are there any Kubernetes experts in the crowd? And I think like 2/3 of the crowd lifted their hands up. So I was like, oh shit. Okay. All right. So don't mess this up. But I know it went well. And yeah, anyways, great event to Todd Lewis and the whole crew over at All Things Open, top tier conference. If you're looking to go to a conference, all Things Open is right up there. Lots of great talks, great venue, super well organized. You know, same thing with Render. I haven't been since 2023, but Render's a little pricier. But like if you can get there, it's definitely good. GitHub Universe, I definitely will say was like the highlight so far this year. I mean, all the conferences I've been to have been pretty awesome, but I was just really impressed with the GitHub one. Not to detract from the other ones, but just a lot of good stuff there. So, anyways, like I said, been on the road. So, like, what the heck are we doing today? So, I'm a little bummed my virtual mic isn't working. So, hopefully, I don't. Not that there's a lot of background noise going on, but that's what it's for. I'm gonna just close it again and try it again one more time, just because it's kind of nice to have it. How do I? Let's stop. Let's run it again. I'll just test this one more time, and if it doesn't work, all good. We'll just switch it again back to what it's currently on. It's just not working today. That's fine. I did update to, you know what it might be? I just updated to Tahoe on Friday, and I saw an install update for my virtual audio software. So I'm guessing it's related to that. So, anyways, so what the heck are we working on today? So we're gonna take a peek at this project, and I'll be honest, I haven't worked on this at all ever. I've installed it because I need it for some stuff when you're running Pomerium. So let me go ahead and just drop this in the chat here. We'll just put a little link here. Bum, 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 boom. Just easier. Let's close that. Boom. And just drop that in the chat. And I'll go ahead and drop it over on LinkedIn because with LinkedIn, you can never post from like Restream, which you can't post to Twitter either. Just limitations of their APIs, I guess. Not of Restream's API, but I don't think it's open on the LinkedIn and Twitter side. So this is what we're taking a peek at for folks who are on LinkedIn. And let me just check socials real quick. Just kind of getting back into the swing of things. So definitely was a little out of gas on Friday. I got back Thursday, like not too late, like 7 p.m. But all right, cool. Nothing going on there. That's fine. So yeah, so we have this desktop client. It's an Electron app, and uh, typically you can use it for a few things. It's like to create TCP connections and stuff. Um, what was I? Yeah, so like for securing like kubectl and like the Kubernetes API, you can use this. And so basically, uh, this has been working. It's just there's been a bunch of upgrades, and from what I understood, like you can't run it in development at the moment. So since I'm kind of like the TypeScript slash JS expert at work, I'm gonna take a peek at it. And my old coworker RJ had started something here. Okay, well we can take a peek at this. Might as well bump this. So bump the GitHub Actions group. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Let's go ahead and approve that. Bum, bum. Let's ship it. Cool. We'll get that merged, and then I'm gonna pull down main. Do, do. Okay. So that's good. Yeah, we don't need to restore branch. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. So let's just pull this down. Let's go back to VS Code. Okay. I don't even know if I have the desktop client. Is it define local devices on network? Yeah, I might need that, but all right, sure, why not? Okay. I was just working on something else. That's my MCP. That's the Dev2 MCP. Let's see. Do I have Pomerium client here? Okay. Doesn't look like I do. So let's go here. Uh, if I knew how to type. Okay. Less. Okay. Yeah. I don't have it installed. Okay. So let's do this. Bum, bum. It's just good old GitHub CLI. Let's clone that. But we're gonna put it into desktop dash client slash main. And the reason is because I use Git work trees. So let's just see here. This should do it. Okay. Give that a second. And if you haven't heard of Git work trees, I got a short post about it. Where is it? Work trees, how about I just use the search? There we go. Cool. I'll drop this in the chat. Boom, boom. Let's go drop that over on LinkedIn for anybody interested in Git work trees. I use these all the time. It's really great. Okay, cool. Let's come back over here. Okay, it's still going. It's supposed to be a pretty big project. I have a pretty fast internet connection. So, anyways, while that's going on, just give that a second. Ba. Did I post that? Yeah. Pin to your profile. Cool. I hope everybody else is doing well. Let's pin this. Cool. Alrighty. I think we're good. Okay, cool. All right, sure. Let's upgrade the GitHub CLI while we're here. Bump, bump, bump. Cool. Okay, now let's go to desktop client main. Let's just do dash R to open it in the VS Code we're in. We're gonna save this project. I use a desktop client. I use a really good handy browser extension called Project Manager. Should probably do a one tip a week about that. It's one of my favorites. So you can see here. Do you want to install recommended editor config? Whoa, why is that in there? That is super old. Okay, we got some cleanup to do in here. That's for later though. Yes, lint. Okay. Okay, let's create a few issues. Da. Blank issue, chore, replace editor, config with prettier. The project currently, and yeah, just to be clear, I've never worked in this project, so trying to standardize what we have across stuff. This older project, so it probably got created in 2019 or something, or editor config is still used in some projects, but ESLint or sorry, prettier or biome or Dino or whatever you're using. I don't know if there's a bun format. I can't remember. The project currently uses editor config. We should standardize on prettier, which is what all our other uh, front end slash Node.js projects use. Editor config, just put a link to it. There we go. I definitely used this back in the day, but just not necessary now. I'm sure most people know what prettier is, but always good to link. I like to add links to things in issues and PRs, especially when I'm doing reviews. Not I like to say like, use this instead, and I'll usually like I've done a lot of front end, so I'll point to like MDN and stuff. But anyways. All right, cool. Let's create that. That's good. Okay. So let's put this back to beast mode. Okay. Now we're on main. Okay, so let's do G is for Git for me. So like here you can see Git. So we're gonna do G work tree add. This is a Git alias I created to create a new work tree for a branch. Like if I'm gonna work on a feature and stuff. So clean up project. Can't think of a better name at the moment. So okay, and then so what this does is this will add it down here now. So we'll say like code. What did I call this? Cleanup. There we go. And I didn't mean to do that. Meant to open in the same one, but that's all good. Okay, so we've got latest from main, and we've got a new branch here. We're still using yarn. We need to remove yarn, but because we're standardizing on npm. My coworker Caleb's already done some stuff. So yeah, so fix yarn start. So currently yarn start doesn't work with fails because of the upgraded Electron Webpack, but didn't address the migration steps. So far, update Webpack CLI. Okay. Okay, we got a bit of work to do here. Okay, so let's first see it not working. Okay, so there's a few things here. We got Babel register. We definitely don't need that. Um, Node dash R. Okay, let's do a few things here. Package.json. Do we have engines? Okay. Node. Okay, this needs to be 22.18. Uh, let's see. npm dash v 10.x. Sure. 10. What version of Node am I? Okay. All right. 10 dot. Yeah, let's just do 10. Yarn, we're just going to leave as is for now. Okay, so let's do this again. Okay. So let's just do this. Chore changed minimum. Let's do this. Set minimum node engine to 22.18 and npm to version 10. Cool. Yes. All right. Cool. That's good. All right. Let's clear that. Now we got this Babel register. So depending on how long you've been doing front end and stuff, or even like server side JavaScript, uh, you used to have Babel, like Webpack uses this under the hood. Okay, why is there prettier? Okay, there's prettier here, but there's an editor config. Okay, hold on a sec. Prettier. Okay, prettier is installed. Okay, so we just don't need editor config. Okay, so let's change that up. Issues. Looks like prettier is in the project. Just that there is an editor config. Remove it. Okay, let's do that. Let's go. Where is it? remove editor.config. Actually, let's do this. Delete. Let's go edit here. Cool. All right. Let's just do this. Okay, that's good. If somebody wants to grab that, go for it. Okay, let's get back here. Okay. Um, so prettier. Where's Babel node TS node? Okay. NPX TSX. Okay. We should move to TSX, but I wonder if we can do. We should be able to do node. We'll see here in a second. Let's see here. NPX TS node. Let's just try this node. npm run meta data. Okay, yeah, you can't use require. Okay, let's maybe we'll tackle these things bit by bit. Okay, so let's do this clear. Let's do yarn start. Invalid options. Dev servers will need an option that does not match the API schema. All right. So let's see if that's what RJ did. Okay. Set up middlewares. Okay, let's see what he said here. Use TSX to load all TypeScript when in dev mode to avoid issues with TS node. Yeah, that's one thing. Okay, we should be able to run. Let's see here. TS dash node. I do not know how to type today. Fine. TS dash node. Okay, MPX TSX. Yeah. Why is it even doing MPX? You could have just done that. But anyways, okay. So let's see what it does if I run that metadata. Okay, that seems to work. Okay, that works. Let's see here. Download binaries. Create write stream. Require. This should work with just Node. So let's just do import from gunzip stream. From It's gonna say there's no types. Sure. Import unzip. Okay, that's good. Okay, download binaries. Okay, so let's just try this with just Node. Because we're on Node 22 and I'm not a serial killer. I don't need to put weird characters in. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, whoops. Where is that? Oh, whoops. Yeah, const. Okay, import Pomerium CLI from Assert type JSON. Yeah. Unexpected. Okay, wait. That's because of the TypeScript version. Okay, let's see here. TS can. What version of TypeScript are we on? TypeScript 5.3.3. Let's see here. Chat. What version of TS do I need to use assert JSON? Okay, that should be good. It's also required. Okay. Let's go TS config. Okay, that's good. I have resolve JSON module set to true. I'm on TS 5.3.3, but I'm using nodes type stripping. I don't think it's supported in Node.js's type stripping, but it's a Node.js feature. Wait, I'm not sure here. Let's see. Yeah, that I know. Also import assertions. Syntax has evolved. Yes. Okay. Sure. With type JSON. Sure. Let's try that. Okay. Okay. Sure. Let's try this again with just TS node again. Sure. Okay. Import attributes when is yeah, okay. Sure. Yes, next. Okay, PTS config. DOM ES next. Let's do node 22. Oh. What targets we got again here? Yes. Let's try that again. Yes, next. Sure. Okay. Let's see here. Let's just undo this. Okay, and let's just remove this. Let's try this. Okay, so that works. Okay, now let's just try it with node again. Okay, import attribute missing. Sure. Let's try it one more time. There we go. Now it's going to say there's no Pomerium CLI, right? Okay. And let's go to package JSON. So it does have it. Okay. But why is it not finding that? Let's try this. Package JSON const package JSON dot Pomerium CLI. Let's try that. Okay, that works. So some type errors. Could not find a declaration. This probably should be its own PR. Okay, let's see here. Yarn at types slash unzip. I feel like it's there. Oops. Unzip dash string. Find it. Okay, yeah, I found it. Cool. That's good. Clear at types tar stream. Okay. Let's see here. Tar dash stream. It seems fine. Okay, and then clear yarn add at types. Gunzip stream. Okay. Gunzip. Let's see here. This should be. Okay, we can undo that. There. Yarn lock. Package JSON. And tar string. Oh yeah. Okay. npm uninstall. Yarn remove at types slash unzip. Cool. And let's see here. What time is it? Hey, where'd my dado go? Why is it doing all the way over there? There we go. 10:41, got like 50 minutes. Oh, good. I just check a couple things. Do. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right. Okay. Where was I? It seems to be all good. We just can't get a gun zip. Create gun zip. Okay. What does this return? Okay. Go to definition. New gun zip. Okay, so that's why it's finding the type. Okay, so all right, let's just do this. Is this used anywhere else? No, just here. Okay. All right. Let's do interface. How am I gonna do this? Um, create the type for gun zip stream module. We're only using create gun zip. So only type it for that. Hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. Where's my audio? Cool. Somebody at the door. All right. Let's see here. You can inline it in this file. All right. While that's going on, cool. All right, just checking on some Slack stuff. Okay. Yeah, where was I? Cool, cool. Yes, we're declaring the module export fun. It should just be gun zip, but anyways, let's say keep sure. And this should actually just be gun zip. Okay. That's good. Why is it not liking this? Invalid module name and augmented resolves to an untyped module. Okay. Let's see here. All right, what's going on here? Import stream. I don't think I need this. Type gunzip factory, create gunzip, require gunzip stream. No, I don't. Wait, no, that's not good because if I do this, yeah, yeah, exactly. So we don't want that. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, so now why doesn't it like module going to resolve to an untyped module at blah blah blah, which cannot be augmented. Why can't it be augmented? Let's do this. Getting this error, trying to do a module declaration for a library that doesn't have types. And let's go here. Boom. Not sure why that is. All right, let's see here. Because normally you can just declare a module like that. What the heck am I doing wrong? Okay, yeah, I can put it in a d.ts file. Sure. Is that all it is? All right, cool. All right, let's do this. Do we have a types folder or something? Okay, let's do, yeah, let's create a types file folder. File types, gun zip dash stream dot d dot ts. Okay. Um, how do I get that in? I gotta import that. Is that right? Why is it not liking that? Is it really that? Okay, let's see here. Let's save that. Don't need this. Okay, what did I do wrong? Oh, I gotta add it to the types. Include. Sure, that looks good maybe. Okay. Maybe I tackled the wrong thing first. Let's see, what do we got here? Why can't it be? This should work with merge declarations, so why does this not work? Why? All right, anyways. Let's see here, source types. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stash this. GAG stash. And let's get back to I got sidetracked there. Okay, let's see why the yarn start doesn't work. Yarn start. Okay, let's try and merge. You know what? I guess we can try and work with RJs. So let's do okay. CPR 456. And so CPR is just clone PR. I forget what I stands for. It's a alias I made. It basically uses GitHub CLI and creates a work tree. So let's go to here. Did it? Oh yeah, and already switched to it. Okay, so let's do code dash R. Okay, and then let's update things. Got a little sidetracked. Okay, so G pull minus R origin main. Of course, we're gonna have a conflict. Okay, what do we got? All right, Electron builder, accept current change. Oh wait, RJ went to newer ones. Okay. Um, accept incoming change. Okay, there we go. Yarn, and then let's just continue this. Do 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 do. All right. A lot going on in this thing. Okay, let's clear. Let's do git rebase continue, just an alias to rebase continue. Oh, yeah. Would help if I add them. Okay, there we go. Clear yarn start. Okay. Looks like we got it loading. So what is wrong here? Um, why am I downloading 3? Yeah, push up 8. Okay, well, let's just push force. Okay. And let's see what we got here. Okay, allowed hosts all set up middlewares. If not dev server, throw new error, sure. Otherwise, return middlewares. Okay, import rimraf. That was just from rimraf. Delete synchronous. Okay. What is all this? Window. Okay. Removed Sentry because let's see here. Imports Sentry, Sentry init. That was in the window.ts. So that should probably be its own thing. So let's break this up a bit. Let's see here. Update we're fixed Sentry loading since it wasn't injected into the renderer properly. Okay. let's pull that out on its own. What's the issue for this? Okay. Okay. Yarn dev setup, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's create a sub issue. Repository, blank issue. Fixed sentry loading. It isn't being injected into the renderer properly. All right, fix or bug, sorry. Fix loading sentry. Hey, violated sign, how's it going? Yeah, desktop client. It's for like a couple things. It's like, also good to see you, man. So for example, like we have native SSH and all that stuff, like but this is for things like um certain things that can't be done natively right now. I think like some of it is creating TCP connections for like databases. I think I haven't used this really myself. The only place I've used it so far is so we secure Kubernetes workloads. So we have an ingress controller where you can define all your routes, and those will get injected into the Pomerium config. But you can also secure the Kubernetes API, and so you can secure it in the browser, obviously, because it's just a route. But if you want to use kubectl for doing actions, we actually use the Pomerium CLI to do that. Yeah, I haven't done really much with this myself, but I'm just trying to get things working. And I'm also just uh, pulling things out. There's an issue here that, let's see here, commits. Let's see here. Just trying to find the commit. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, how's it going, Maggie? Thanks for the follow. Got to see Code and Crochet at connect your not connect your code, commit your code. Yeah, for the desktop client, like I said, violated sign. It's only for certain situations. Like I think long term, we want to have native support for pretty much any protocol. I mean, that might take a while, obviously, but the native SSH, I love it. You used to have to use this to do SSH, and that's no longer required because we have native SSH, like I said. But I know I haven't had to do this myself yet, or I think I got Factorio, the game set up. This is when I first started. You could proxy like the server through Pomerium, and you had to use the CLI, I think, the desktop client here. And or actually, there's this, and there's actually the Pomerium CLI. I'm mixing up things, I think. Um, anyways, like I said, I haven't really used this particular thing, so I'm just trying to get things working. So okay, so I'm just trying to break this up a bit, though. Okay, so it's not okay. So it's in here. At RJ Beers. He's not in here anymore. This was done in. Oh, really? I've never played it really. Like I got it set up because like I had to do a short demo of it, but I've never played it. Um, So I ended up having to buy the game to I mean, work expensed it, but, just to demo, like, proxying through Pomerium. So, anyways, uh, yeah, so I've never played it though, like, actually played it. I got it to load a world, and then it started doing things, and, but I know it's pretty popular, but anyways. This was done in, is that 456? Yeah, okay. This was done in 456, but I'm breaking it out so we can have stuff done piecemeal. All right, cool. That's one thing. Okay. Did that. Where's the issue? Yeah, okay. So that's there. What else does this fix? From the Electron app in dev mode in modern web tech. Start upgrading dependencies for good measure. Okay. So yeah, there's a few things here. Yeah, I don't know if I want to pursue this whole PR here. I'm gonna break it up, I think. Okay, so Yarn Start doesn't work. It fails because we upgraded Electron on Webpack, but didn't address the migration steps. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my other PR actually. So let's do work trees, and I'm gonna go to cleanup project and clear, exit. Just kind of getting my bearings back again, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream. Been on the road quite a bit. Um, okay, what do I need to install here? No, I've already got those things. Don't need that. Yeah, just been on the road a lot, so haven't really been able to live stream because, like I said at the beginning of the stream, it's not really ideal live streaming in like a hotel. Like even if I have my iPad, which I do, I can use that as like a second monitor for like OBS and stuff. But the the hotel Wi-Fi, you're at the mercy of the hotel Wi-Fi. Yeah, hey Maggie, good to see you. Um, yeah, I don't think there's too many people watching the stream today because I haven't streamed in a few weeks, so which is all good. But yeah, so let's just do this. Let's yarn start. It's gonna fail. And actually let me, okay, so we're gonna create a plan to fix all this. So let's just do this. I've been using Cloud Code a lot, but let's go ahead and do this with Copilot. I'm gonna switch to beast mode. This is a mode I created. Well, I didn't create it. Uh, Yeah, I need it in real life. It's true backpack. Yeah, I think the main bottleneck really is like I could get by with just having my laptop screen as my main screen. It's really the mercy being at the mercy of the internet speed, really. But I mean, when I'm traveling in the States, like I have a good data plan. Like it's just I don't have to pay when I roam in the States, so I could technically stream off of my phone maybe. I'll get like 70 gigs a month or something. But anyways, I digress. Okay, so let's try this. So let's see what uh and yeah, let's paste this in. So currently yarn start fails to run because of updates to Webpack and Electron. This is the error. Create a plan and to-do list to fix this. Um, if TS node is a problem, switch to TSX, or even better, use node with type stripping on by default in the version. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll just leave TSX for now. A streaming backpack would be pretty cool though, violated sign. All right, so let's just see what we got here. I don't want to install this. No. There we go. All right, I'm gonna zoom this, gonna get some real estate here so we can zoom in and see what's going on here. Now, I think leveraging AI like Copilot or Claude Code or whatever is probably a really good idea for like migration issues. Like I can look into all this stuff, but you know, it's probably going to be aware of the versions and stuff. So let's see what it says. So inspect the Webpack renderer and search the repo for blah blah blah. Plan summary, root causes, options. Okay, I can now search the repository. And would you like me to pursue that inspection now? Yes. So if you are leveraging AI, unless it's something like super obvious and small to fix, just say like, fix the thing. But otherwise, definitely create like a product requirements document, like a PRD, or have it like create a plan and like a to-do list. You don't want it to just like go, YOLO. I go YOLO mode sometimes, but I do that knowing that I have Git. So all right, that's good. Cool. Okay, so it's just thinking, we're just gonna give a read for it. So I've done a lot of Webpack in the past. I just haven't done it in recent years. Webpack is what's used under the hood. And if you use something like Next.js, they've recently moved to something called TurboPack. That's on by default now, but like React is pretty much what brought Webpack to the forefront. It became like the de facto bundling tool. And now we have lots of great options. We got Vite, there's TurboPack as well. As far as I know, it only really works with Next.js at the moment. There's like RS Pack, which is like a Rust port of Webpack. Let's see here. Let me read before I continue. Okay, so inspecting Webpack configuration. Okay, check the package JSON. Okay, updating to-do list. Time to proceed. Okay, mark the first task is completed. Update the to-do, sure. All right, confirming packet version, compatibility. So let's see here. Yeah, so yeah, Webpack Dev Server version 5 and 4 definitely changes. Could downgrade and check the compatible Webpack cylinder. We could update the config by removing on before, blah, blah, blah. Some of this stuff RJ did in his PR, but I just kind of want to go through this again. Okay, that's fine. Now, newer versions of Node.js, they have something called type stripping. It was an experimental feature, but now it's standard in, I think, as of version 22.18. So you can actually say Node, you can run Node with a TypeScript file, and it strips the types. There's certain limitations to it, but I used it in a few projects already. I don't know if we can use it here, but we'll see. Implement configuration changes. Okay, so let's just say allow. I'm just going to say allow in this session. Hope you're doing well, violated sign. Been a minute since saw ya. Okay, so yarn install. Yeah, sure. Allow for this. We're also going to eventually remove yarn. We're going to go to npm. Yarn isn't really used these days for front end project. I mean, it's still around. I think the only place where it's really used, like, or recommended, I think, is for React Native, but, I don't typically work in that ecosystem. But, nowadays there's PNPM, NPM, there's Bun. I'm just sticking with good old NPM, partially because a lot of the backend, most of the team is backend devs. They'll have Node installed. They might not necessarily have PNPM installed. They definitely won't have Bun installed, probably. Okay, always allow. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna get an error most likely now. Do, 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 do. I've got a hard stop in like 18 minutes. I got like one-on-one, but I'll be streaming again more frequently now. I'm going to KubeCon this Sunday coming up, flying out, and I'm there till Friday. So if you're at KubeCon in Atlanta, come say hey. Or if you're in Atlanta, uh, I'm not sure where you're at, Maggie, but if you're in Atlanta for some reason, could always grab a coffee or something. I forget where you are, Violated Sign. I feel like you're in New England. I can't remember. But, anyways, I digress. All right. So, what's going on here? Oh, whoops. Sure. Keep. Now, this seems to be not doing much. What's going on here? I can't tell if it's doing something or what. What's going on here? Oh, Central Florida. Cool. I just I submitted a CFP to there's an AI engineer in Miami next year. It's organized with the React Miami conference. So who knows if that gets accepted or not, but hopefully it does. I'm going to submit a talk to React Miami too, AI related, but React focused. So okay, so let's see here. Why is this just hanging? Starting application. All right, let's just see here. Yarn start seems to be hanging. What is going on? I'm just gonna start it here and see what I get. Okay, let's do this. Already in use, that's fine. Okay, so what did it actually change? That seems to be hanging, so I'm just gonna go and see what did we change here. Okay, downgraded first. Okay, let's just stop this. Okay, clear. Yarn start. Okay, did give some errors. Cleanup main.dev.ts. Okay, so let's see here. I stopped yarn and ran it myself. I got this error. Let's get a little more real estate here. Bum bum. This project needs a lot of love. Well, yeah, it needs some love just because like it's just older. The stuff it has. Okay, updating package scripts. Okay, sure. Okay, what's it doing now? Still hanging? Keep? Sure. Okay, that did that. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Yarn start seems to be good now. What the heck am I listening to? Oh, this is still Underworld. Okay, cool. So I got my Spotify playing. I don't stream it over the live stream for a couple reasons. One, if I do short clips, having the music playing doesn't help. And the other thing is like if it's streaming on YouTube, which it is, probably get like copyright violations. Okay, so let's see here. What I changed and verified? Yes. Okay. Okay. Switch script on TSX and TSX steps and align Webpack dev server. Okay. Commit. Okay. Don't we need to update Webpack dev server back to V5? You don't have to move back to it. Keeping Webpack dev server minimal fix for your current codes, but if you'd like to use V5, yes, upgrade to Webpack dev server 5. Do 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 do. Time is it? 11:20. I got 10 minutes before my one-on-one. Let's see here. Just checking something here. Day 2. I'm speaking at besides Warsaw. I'm not going to Warsaw in the end, so I'll be doing it online. So just checking. That seems okay. All right, cool. All right, let's get back to where we were. Sure, keep. Okay. React refresh Webpack plugin. Okay, that's just reorder them, it looks like. Cool. All right, what's going on here? I guess it's still working. I can't tell in Copilot if it's stuck or if it's still doing work. Are you stuck or still working? Do, 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 do. Okay, so it was just stuck, I guess. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Why is it still giving me that? Shut there. Okay, installing. Webpack. Yarn at latest. There we go. Don't know why I did 5.4. Okay, now let's do back here. Okay. Let's get back here. I installed Webpack dev server 5.2.2, the latest version, but now get this error. Okay. Okay, so I wonder what the patch to the config is. I got an itchy nose. Okay. export default. Okay, that's what RJ had. Okay, sure. Keep. All right, let's try this now. Still errors out. Hey, how's it going, Mudassir Khan? Good to see you. Just trying to upgrade Webpack dev server on a project. I don't know about anybody else if you've done front end, but I always seem to be the person that got tasked with just being the Webpack person. So got pretty familiar with it, but definitely glad for frameworks now where you just don't have to manage stuff like this now. I mean, you have like Vite configs now where you can, out of the box, you have pretty good defaults, but like you can still tap into it there. Oh, good man. Good to see you're doing well. I'm also impressed. Nobody on the stream so far has said that the light theme in my browser is burning their eyes. So, anyways, um, yeah, because people usually make that joke, but I like dark mode, but light mode is actually better for streaming. So, yeah, so this is an older project, Mudasir. It's uh, it's an Electron desktop client, and uh, Webpack was the way to go back in the day. This is an older project, so Vite could be something in the future. For the time being, though, I'm just trying to get the yarn start to work again. So, okay, so it made some changes. Okay, let's see if we can try this. But yeah, moving to Vite makes sense to me, but that would be another phase of things. All right, so still getting some errors. Still getting some errors. All right, I'm gonna have to hop off in a second because I have my one-on-one that you see just popped up there. But I might come and stream again later this afternoon. We'll see. But if not, definitely tomorrow. Cool. All right. Well, take care, peeps. I will see you in the next one.